Hi everyone, Jean-Pierre from teamtennis.fr and teamtennis.net, former tennis coach in France. In this video I'm going to make a review of this racket. This is the Prince Vortex in 300 grams unstrung. So this is an original tennis racket, first because of its string pattern, 14 main strings, 21 crosses, and there is also this V shape which is original. The characteristics of this tennis racket are intended to promote access to topspin, power and comfort. First, concerning this V shape, you can see here, it's intended to provide more length for the vertical center strings to provide power and comfort. Honestly, I doubt I understood the purpose of this technology correctly because I measured the length of the main strings and I compared it with the length of the strings of other tennis rackets I have, and I found it was the same or even longer on the other tennis rackets. So I don't know what to think about this particular V shape of the throat, but the most important is that indeed this racket is powerful and interesting for topspin. This racket also uses ATS technology anti-torsion system. You can find also on some other Prince tennis rackets. It uses T-Extreme and Huaron materials to limit the deformations of the frame, to provide stability, to bring power to the racket, and also to absorb vibrations with the use of Huaron. The shape of the inside of the frame here is also designed to promote topspin, as well as the shape of the throat. Here it's a bit aerodynamic, a bit like the pure aero, and this shape is also interesting for topspin. Before I continue, for your tennis equipment, I advise you to go at Tennis Warehouse Europe or Tennis Warehouse USA. I have a partnership with these websites, and it's very nice from you if you use my affiliate link to buy there. Doing so, you will help me continue the videos on YouTube. You can find my affiliate links if you click on the eye here. You can also find these links in the description under the video, and you can also type the addresses that appear directly on this video. Thank you very much. Okay guys, let's go with my feelings on the court when I played with the racket, and we are going to start with the power provided by this racket. First, I show you on the screen a comparison in terms of power with some of the rackets maybe you already know. So I was a little confused by the sensations I had with this racket at the beginning of the session, alternating between balls that were a little too short, then a little too long. I didn't really know where the ball was going. But overall, I was surprised by the power provided by this racket. The power of the racket, greater than that of the rackets I usually use, led me to make mistakes in length, sending the ball too far at the beginning of the session. As the session progressed, I adapted myself, adding more topspin to improve my level of control. Overall, from the baseline, I had a good amount of easy power, a bit too much for my game. This racket seems to me interesting for players with a game that lacks a bit of power and who want to have ball length easily. Big hitters are likely to lack control and make mistakes sending the ball too far unless they play with a good amount of topspin for control. In terms of technique, I think the racket is relatively accessible. It can be used by players with medium or large swings. At the net, power didn't bother me. I had very good feelings at the net with this racket. On the serve, which is a weak point for me, I had a correct level of power. Overall, I would rate this racket in the category of powerful and easy to play tennis rackets. Concerning the access to spins, I had very good feelings on my slice backhand. No problem with the power of the racket on this shot. From the baseline, the combination of the 645 squared centimeters, 100 square inch head size with a slightly rounded shape and the original 14 by 21 string pattern allows for a very good access to topspin. On the serve, I found the access to slice and topspin fairly easy also. A word now concerning the maneuverability of the racket. So this racket has a balance point located at 31.5 centimeters for an unstrung racket, which is towards the handle, and it makes the racket rather headlight, which is very interesting for the maneuverability. For the maneuverability of the racket, we must take also into account the swing weight. For this racket, the swing weight is 285 for an unstrung racket, around 321 for a strung racket, which is rather low average. And overall, this Prince Vortex offers a very good maneuverability, which is interesting to produce topspin, and also if you have slightly short swings, so you can still have a correct swing speed. Concerning the comfort, I had very nice sensations with this racket. It was pleasant to hit the ball. I found that the vibrations and the impact when you hit the ball were well absorbed. So very nice feelings with this racket. I also found that the tolerance on off-center shots was good also. So overall, I found the level of comfort very good with this racket. Okay guys, to conclude for this Prince Vortex 300 grams. To summarize, I would say it's a rather powerful tennis racket with an easy access to topspin, easy to swing, very good level of comfort. I would recommend this racket to intermediate or advanced players, not for beginners. It's not very difficult to play with this racket. Nevertheless, I would not recommend it to beginners because maybe it's going to be a bit heavy to start tennis. So I would say intermediate, advanced players, players who want a relatively powerful tennis racket, players who lack a bit of power, or players with a powerful game, but in that case, with topspin to have enough control. Players who want a very good access to topspin, maybe players who like to play at the net because the racket is easy to swing and I found it very nice at the net, and players looking for a racket with a good maneuverability and a very good level of comfort. Guys, I stop here for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope it will help you. If you're looking for a new tennis racket, feel free to ask me any questions in the comment. Have fun playing tennis and I see you very soon in another video. Take care. Bye bye.